Hi, this is Roni, and today's Scrappy challenge is to use an inanimate object. And this one was my idea, and the reason was because I have several pictures that I've been wanting to scrap and just haven't done it. I mean, for years. And this picture here is a picture of a picture that belonged to my great grandmother, and my mother gave it to me on my birthday in like 2006, and I've been planning on scrapping it ever since and telling the story. And this video was supposed to have been up hours ago, but I have wasted paper trying to get my journaling done ahead of time and throwing it away and couldn't seem to get it all on there. And this is like my last one, and it still didn't work. And I thought, well, I can still use that so it didn't get thrown away. But I finally gave up and put my journaling on here and typed it so it all fit and went and take up the whole scrapbook page. And I think I condensed it down a little bit too, but I kept running out of room on everything. But I'm going to use the Felicity Jane Susie kit. I was trying to remember Chloe or Susie. This one is the Susie kit, and then I have some stuff from my stash that I pulled out too to use, and I think there might have been add-on couple things, but anyway, I'm going to work with them and use them. And I'm also going to use this because I got this week, and of course you got to play with new things, so I'm going to use that. But I already have this matted on black, and it does say love on there. And like I said, I'm going to work this into here, and I'm going to get started. I am so glad I finally decided to go ahead and type this up. I worked with it for a good while trying to figure out how to do it. I started my video several times, and I just had too much to say. But I thought this Susie kit would work really well with it, and it had a lot of the same colors, and I wanted to use a doily because of the fact this is depression glass, and they did use a lot of doilies back then. My mom crocheted a lot, and she made a lot of doilies. And in the journaling, I tell about the picture belonging to my great-grandmother, and it sat on my grandmother's bedside, and that's what they put water in. Back then, you know, they had hand pumps and everything, and so they had the pitcher of water beside her bed so that she could have water whenever she wanted it. But according to my mom, usually somebody had to pour it for her. She wasn't in good health at all. And my mom was really proud when she got big enough to help take care of her mother and do things for her. She was 7 when her mom passed away, so she probably didn't get to do it for a real long time because she was pretty small. But I wanted to scrapbook this picture and tell the story, and one of the little pieces that I use says S and stories, and because in my journaling my mom would I put on there that my mom would tell stories about her little mother, and that's what she called her, her little mother. And I never asked her why. I wish now that I had, especially when I was doing this journaling. I guess I heard it all my life and just kind of took her for granted that that's who she was and didn't even think about it. And but I did want to put that in here in my journaling. And I don't do too much to this layout. I had those flowers fussy cut from a layout I had done before. And see, I put this rose right there, and looking at it now, I like it. And I think maybe I ought to go cut another rose out and put there. But I ended up putting it up at the top instead. And I had a hard time deciding where to put the few things that I did put on this layout. Yeah, I was a minimalist in this layout. And I put fave there because it was one of the most favorite gifts that I've ever got, and I'll always cherish it. And I put that in my journaling that I would always cherish it. And Here I'm trying to decide something else to put here, and I ended up just gluing that flower down. I didn't find anything else to put. Everything I thought of, I thought was a little too much because I wanted to make sure the story was mostly about the picture and the story. I wanted the story there too, and have it down. My mom would tell stories. She loved to tell stories about when she was growing up in her family. And so I'm determined, yeah, this year I'm going to get some of them on scrapbook pages, at least before I'm too old to remember them anyway. But yeah, my mom loved to talk about growing up and about her family. And I bought a recorder just before she passed away to record some of her stories, but I couldn't talk her into doing it. She was kind of bashful about things like that. And so that I got a book and had her to write a few things down. And so I do have that. But this is my layout. Yeah, it's kind of simple and a little bit plain, but I do have the story there, and that's what I wanted. And go check out everybody else's inanimate object layout. Something that means something special to them. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.